Hi one and all. You know I'm going to Birmingham today. The last time I went to Birmingham was years ago. It's a good run. It's not a difficult run at all. It's really easy. But I had, you know I've got dogs. The very first Scottie I had, he was a really expensive Scottie. We went to a top breeder and we got this little Scottie pup. They were from Champions. All these dogs that this owner had were all Champions, and we got this little puppy. He was gorgeous. That was our first Scottie ever, and we called him Scott. So Scott the Scottie was a gorgeous little dog, and I found a fella fairly local to me who specialised in grooming Scotties. He bred Scotties. He was on he did Scottie rescues, so if somebody's Scottie had to be rehomed, he'd do that. He loved Scotties. He'd got quite a few Scotties and Sealiums. That was the other dogs he had. And he showed them as well. He was a judge, and he also showed his own dogs and other dogs. Anyway, I got to know this gentleman. Mr. Mills was his name. And he asked, after he'd seen my dog a few times, whether I'd ever considered showing him. And I said, well, no, quite honestly, I said, he's just a pet. I said, I'm not really interested in showing him, he's a pet. And he said, well, would you mind if I showed him? He said, I'd groom him up, get him all smartened up, he said, but would you mind if I showed him for you? And I said, well, that's up to you. I said, that sounds fantastic. So he did. Now, my son got involved in this. My son loved the Scottie. And my son went with Mr. Mills and he learnt how to show him, how to walk him and show him. And they ended up going to shows and they started winning. And they won so many shows that they ended up going to Crufts. And so we as a whole family went to Crufts. And unfortunately our little Scottie didn't win anything, but he was a gorgeous little dog. He was probably the best Scottie I've ever had. He was such a stunner. But yes, so that was the last time I went to Birmingham, guys. Went to the NEC and they were doing Crufts and my dog was in it. Happy days. Right, I'm going to sign out, guys, and I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.